All right, guys. In this video, we're going to be talking about vertical translations of the square root function. And as we get started, you might hear a little bit of music or talking in the background, and that's just my family as they're watching a television show in the other room. So please bear with me on that. But in this video, we're talking about vertical translations. I want to remind you at the end of the video, there will be a couple of questions just to make sure that you've got it. And all a vertical translation is shifting the graph either up or down. It's going to keep the exact same shape of the parent function when you do a translation, but it is just sliding the graph to a different location. So this will be a vertical translation of the parent function that we're going to be looking at. And so as we get into the idea of what it means to translate up, I have to look at my parent function. That's that red graph that you see. The equation that describes that red graph is an angel's wing, or f of x equals the square root of x. And then if I want to show translating up as an example, if I want to translate this graph up 2 units, it would look something like this. So the blue graph is the parent function when it's been translated up 2 units. And basically the blue graph is the same shape. It increases in the same way. It simply moved up 2 units. And if I were to describe it with an equation, I could say it's v of x equals the square root of x plus 2. Pay attention to where the plus 2 is at. It's outside of the square root, not inside of the square root like it was on the horizontal translation. And because I was translating vertically, I don't switch things to the opposite. I make them look exactly the way they're supposed to look. So the equation is very similar to the parent function, but the plus 2 is outside of the square root, and vertical translations look exactly like you think they would in the equation. Because you're moving up, you're adding to the number. Now, if I decide that I want to translate down, as an example, let's take this parent function and translate it down 2 units. Well, what would that look like? And that would look like this. So it's basically the same shape as the red parent function was, but everything just got shifted down 2 units. And the function is v of x equals the square root of x minus 2. And so the blue graph is the same shape as the red graph. It simply moved down 2 units. And of course, the same thing applies here. The equation is very similar, but if you're moving things vertically down, then you subtract, but you're subtracting outside the square root side.